right, hello. We are here for SMZ 2025, put on by Zoho. I am talking with Aarthi, and she's going to tell us about Vani. Vani?
Vani.
Vani, okay. And what is Vani?
So Vani is an intelligent visual collaboration platform, right? We've heard collaboration tools, but the visual ones where you can brainstorm and draw mind maps and add in videos, that's new. And so that's what Vani is.
And the name. How did it get that name?
Right. So there is an Indian goddess called Saraswati, who is the goddess of knowledge and learning. So Vani is another name for her, because this is where knowledge begins, where brainstorming starts. So that's why Vani.
Okay, that is fun. I love that. So, can you give us some ideas of what Vani can do for a small business owner?
So, so this is, imagine, I will start with something that we're all familiar with, right? Imagine a football coach trying to plan a game without a formation board, right? Yeah, see, you're laughing already because that's complex, right? Everyone's going to have to imagine it in their head. And that's why they have a formation board. And you can relate that to work as well, right? Imagine a team trying to plan an entire project from start to finish without a Kanban board, without a Gantt chart. It's going to be complex because it's going to increase the cognitive load on your head, and it's going to slow the entire process, whether it's football strategy or it's project management. And that is why with Vani, we believe that teams, smaller companies, younger teams, they work well visually, right? Teams,
Yeah.
they move forward when ideas are visual. And that's why we thought, we should have a product like Vani. We should use this whole concept of visual, shared visual intelligence and put it in everything that we do.
A good visual and keep everything straight.
Right,
Like
exactly,
everyone
yes.
on board. Oh, so for a 5 to 15 person team that is currently juggling things like Slack, Zoom, email, what concrete workflow in Vani's infinite canvas and built in Catchups would replace that tool? And how does that cut meeting time or rework for a small business?
Right, with Vani, you don't need to have an email. You don't have to have five different applications. You bring everything onto an infinite canvas. So whether you're putting together a product roadmap, or a team is planning a social media campaign, or even when you're going to diagram some network architecture. So for all of these things, you bring them on to a single canvas. You start having different. You had a look at it today, and yeah, right. You have different members collaborating on it, talking on it, discussing, and we have a built-in video capability, right? And so what's going to happen is you don't need to integrate with a Zoom, or you don't need to go out of the application, and you simply start a meeting, and everyone's going to be notified, and they can decide if they want to jump on the call, and you can select exactly where you want them to jump on, so everyone's on the same page. And this brings in not just synchronized communication, but also asynchronous, which means you can leave comments for your team, you can add voice notes for them at different places, you can react to, that's a new way of communication. So you can react to different elements, to different functionalities across the board. So I think it's a fun way to work, and it's interesting because you can get things done faster.
Yeah. A one spot for
Yes.
everything is always really helpful.
It is.
And I always really like having everything written down because the human memory is very fallible.
It is.
Although it might cut out the excuses we get to use. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot that. Sorry. So, so Vanny ships ready-to-made templates and kits, which are like strategy boards, sales follow-ups, project planning. Which 3 templates do you recommend? Okay, of a contained small business to start with.
Right. So Vani has two things. One are ready to use templates, with which I think my favorite is being able to put together a social media post, or a brainstorming template where you have this mind map that you can create and have different members of your team start working on it. you have flowcharts, and you can do that with AI itself. So you can simply say, Vani, create a flowchart with this, this, and this for me, and it's going to create one for you. So these are 3 ready-to-use templates I can talk about. And Kits, what Kits does is it adds customizable tools to your toolbar itself. So it customizes Vani for you. So let's say you are a designer and you're going to diagram a network architecture. Then you can add the AWS kit, right? And it's going to have all these tools here. So you simply drag and drop and start building a complete architecture.
So that's nice so that you can, there's probably an aspect of it that is kind of one size fit all, but with those kits,
Yes.
yeah,
It's
you don't have to,
customizable. You have
yeah.
designers using it, IT. Yeah. You have designers and you have the IT folk, anyone who wants to, put something together, build a workflow, bring in some data. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. So, on integrations. So, today you list Zoho WorkDrive, Zoho Mail, Zoho Projects, Microsoft Teams, and Zoho Show. What's the most useful day in the life integration setup for a small team to get from the brainstorm to task assignment to like the handoff without a manual like copy and paste?
I think most small teams, they use Microsoft Teams, right?
Probably.
So you're going to be able to pull up Vani from within Microsoft Teams without leaving Teams and start having a discussion and draw a mind map from within. I think that's pretty strong because, like we discussed, having a centralized space for everyone to be on the same page, to look at the same thing, work on the same thing. And I think that's a big advantage, and that's what we do with our Teams integration. And this is first of many, right? We're going to be integrating with Google and with all your communication apps, because you want to be able to pull in some visual part of it, like let's say we are 3 of us in a room and we're going to be drawing something on the whiteboard. We want to be able to do that across apps, across regions, across languages, and that's what we're looking to do.
That's awesome. So, Vani adds collaboration features like voice notes, comments, pins, live cursors. That is fun. I saw
Yeah,
that today, all the different
Yeah.
colored cursors, mentions, and reactions. How do these help very small teams capture decisions and create an audit trail, especially when roles overlap and there's no dedicated project manager? Ooh.
Yeah, that's a tough, that is a tough question. Okay, so with Vani, everyone looks at what everyone else is doing, right? Everything is available, of course, with complete control. We're going to bring in roles and permissions. We have certain roles and permissions, right? As an admin, you can decide what you want to give to your team, whether they are just an organizer, or just someone who can look at the space, or someone who can start working together. So you have complete control over who accesses what they can look at, what they can edit, and so on. So that's one part, to be able to have control and privacy and security and having all of that together. In terms of who reacts to what, I mean, that's something we pretty much, you cannot control. If you can't edit, then you can't add a reaction.
Okay.
But I mean, you know how it is nowadays. Everyone reacts. We're so used to doing it, and that, I think that's what makes it more interactive. And because just before today, we tested out Vani with about 35 plus team members back in India, and oh my, it was so much fun because everyone was saying something or the other, and because all of us are on it at the same time, no one's really moderating it, right? We're not looking at it. You could, but we didn't, and we had all sorts of fun things, and that was fun. It was a good experience. So if you do want to monitor it and have control, you can. But if you don't and you want everyone to have equal space, you can too.
Okay. Remember your office etiquette, people. You might get in trouble. So, catch-ups keep work and discussion in one space to reduce context switching. What adoption tips have you seen work in small business that make catch-ups stick after the first week?
So catch-ups, they're not like your regular meetings, right? You don't have to create an invite or a meeting link and have everyone come at a certain time. So if you are working on something and you want someone's opinion, you start a catch-up. You don't create a meeting. So anyone can decide if they want to jump in and jump off the call. So that's where it stands out. So there's no set meeting approach. It's very versatile in the sense that, if you want to discuss something, you hop in, and if you don't, you hop out, or if you're done, you do. So I believe that helps in terms of asynchronous communication, because not everyone has to be available at the same time. And it's not just catch-ups. We are working on the chat app. We're going to have chat as part of Vani. It's in our roadmap as well.
That's great. Well, Vani sounds like a really great tool. And I'm so grateful for your time and telling us about it. So, where can people go to learn a little bit more about Vani?
So Vani we are opening out early access. So it's vanihq.com. You can simply sign up and you can start using the product and giving it a shot.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.